It's like the RAM that Linus Tech Tips uses when he's building the most expensive PC. That's the RAM he sticks in there.
It's for the aesthetic. I want it to be pretty.
Wait, can I get a really nice, pretty, super sweet computer too, Plez?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to talk to someone else about that. Oh, face
Cryptic,
reveal in the
apparently,
background, though.
Cryptic, I love you.
Face reveal in the background for Cryptic. You doxed him.
Wait, no way.
I've seen him
What?
before. Yeah,
Did
in
he
the
just
background.
pop up?
No, on the image you sent me.
Are
you
you
sent-
serious?
you sent
Really?
him
Is he in
it?
the
Yeah, you didn't see
reflection? Are you?
No.
Wait, where?
Look above it.
Oh, oh my God.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah. Ooh.
Snapchat is going to go wild when they see this.
Wow, you're snapping. Wow.
It's not a reflection. It's you in the photo. I'm sorry.
Is he back there?
No, it's
That's
the
funny.
photo that's hanging on the wall. I'm sorry.
Oh, is he in
I've
the
seen
room
him
right
before.
He's back there.
I've seen
Where
him
is he?
before. I'm just giving you a hard
He's
time,
in the
buddy.
kitchen. He's in the kitchen.
He's like, yeah, Messi likes the RAM.
He's like,
And
wait, that's not what I
face."
look like anymore.
I believe you, buddy.
Hey, I built it
It's just-
myself. Okay, I was just really proud and excited. So
Oh, nice. That's dope.
thanks.
We can play now, Scott. You just started a little early for us, so you know.
At 9:12?
Yep. Normally we start at 10. So
That was like over a year ago. Like, you remember when we used to start at 10? Like, I don't mean like this past like December or whatever. I mean like over a year ago, we used to start at 10 every week. We used to be a 3-hour stream.
I remember that.
We started at 10.
Yeah, like a year and change ago, we would start at 10 p.m. instead of 9 p.m.
We've been
Yeah,
doing
we've been
this
going
for
for a
that
long
long.
time. Yep.
Oh, it's been a
It's
while.
been really long.
Yeah,
Really long.
it's
Man,
been a
I don't know how I
while.
put up with you that long, Scott. Jeez.
Because we're friends.
I'm glad you didn't like get sad from that. I knew you would just we're friends, Tyler. Come on.
I mean, do you have any idea what Brittany says to me? Why am I married to you? Like, because
Yeah,
it was the greatest
yeah.
decision you ever made in your life. And she's like, no.
So in all fairness, you do get to say, well, you have a wonderful daughter that you threw in a frozen lake together. So
Yeah, I heard each
I
of
really
them
love
had
that Tyler's in on this. fucking
it's like one of those
joke,
things where they were holding her. I heard this story recently, what actually happened, because I hired a private investigator to investigate this so we can report it. But basically, they were swinging her between them, like holding her up, and they're going like, wee! And they were like swinging her, and then they
said one,
they went,
two,
wee!
three,
And tossed
let
her.
go.
Yep, they threw her right into the hole that they cut out in the open lake hours prior. And then they quickly tried to cover up the hole, but she was able to escape
You know
before
what
they were able to
Scott's
like air
going to do
seal
right
it.
now? Scott's going to go tell on me that I said they did it together, and Brett's going to be mad at me now.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad I got all this dialogue while he wasn't here.
Yeah.
So he's gonna come back and yell at you, even though what I said was objectively equally as bad.
Britt, you're great. I'd happily tell on Scott hiding candy and all of that in the future. I just don't have a way to message you, so I message somebody I know that can message you.
So I'm going to open up a new bottle of scotch.
Did you?
I usually have to drink to get through Regicide too, Scott.
Hide my face so it focuses. That's the scotch.
Nice.
The Balvenie?
Age 17 years and he's busting it open because we keep telling him about his
Yo,
daughter.
that's not
He's,
even
really-
an
He's in your
adult
double
yet.
life.
he's trying to forget.
Yeah, that's not legal alcohol yet.
Scott,
have to
that's
wait.
not an adult yet.
Yeah.
Scott, that's not
You
an
can't.
adult yet.
It's
can't
too young.
show
You
it-
can't drink
You
that.
can't show it's naked on stream.
I won't show it naked.
You can't. What? Wait. It's
Are
more
you
than just
putting-
that.
Are you putting stones in that scotch?
No, I like my scotch straight. No, I'll drink it chilled sometimes if it's like a particularly smoky one.
No, that's
What?
why I mean stones, like not.
No, I
not
know. I
ice,
understand, but that still affects the temperature. So.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
just
got you.
doesn't
I got stones
dilute it.
upstairs in the Oh no!
Ah, look at you. You ruined it. I gotta go get a new one.
The cork just broke.
Dude, are you
Yeah.
serious?
Can somebody clip this so
Oh
I can
my
at
God.
Balvenie? Can somebody click this so I can at Balvenie with this?
Well, it's 18 years
Well-
old. What'd you expect?
You know, you gotta go and get the corkscrew now.
You can't save that.
Oh
And
my
be
god, this
very
hurts.
careful.
It's gonna, yeah, it's gonna fall
You can't
in.
save that. It's over.
I'm actually not going bald at all. I just got a haircut, and there's a fade involved in it. My hairline is exactly the same as it was 10 years ago.
Scott, do you have any corks that you kept?
Yeah, I do. And,
Okay, so then you can easily.
I can figure it out. Not of the 17-year Doublewood, though. Excuse me, I have to now go get a...
But at least you can cork it. Just cork it backwards, and it won't be a problem.
No. No. Oh, if he uses a different cork. Yeah. I see
That's what I
you're saying.
said. Just put it in
Yeah,
backwards,
sorry.
and it shouldn't be a problem.
I go get a cork out of the
Not the
trash
same.
and chunk a bottle of wine real quick.
Honestly, I'd do it. Rena, what kind of wine we got today?
It's not wine. It's a mixed drink.
No, we were
Oh.
just.
You guys watch
talking about wine. I
Pokemon?
didn't know what
Did
kind
you
of
guys watch the
wine we got
Pokemon today?
Yes, I did. I'm super hyped for.
Let's go. Let's
I'm
fucking
so
go.
fucking hyped.
Pokemon is dead to me after Gen 3, so.
What? This one looks
Gen
cool though. I
3?
swear.
Well, no, Gen 4. Gen 4 is Turtwig, so.
Yeah, they're making a remake of that gen, by the way.
Yeah, I saw.
Also, Tyler Cabernets are my favorite.
Cabernets. All right.
They're the best, in my opinion.
Cabernets. I don't even know her.
The Cabernet Sauvignon.
Sauvignon. Oui.
Did you see if Scheid Vineyards could deliver to you?
I was gonna do that, but I totally forgot. There's been a lot going on. We should still try that though.
There's a
how good it
2017
is.
Cabernet calling your name.
That's the year, bro.
If you want a Cabernet from Tyler Scheid Farms,
That's not my.
it's not Tyler Scheid Farms.
Why,
I know.
we're always
I know.
plugging Tyler or Tyler
So,
related products.
how much do you know about wine?
A
made
good
of
deal,
squished
but like
grapes.
I'm not like a
Okay.
professional.
Do you know what appellation means?
like
That's a mountain.
You're saying like where it's. I don't know. Go ahead.
Okay, well, it's a Monterey appellation.
Oh, okay. Is that the one you have, or one you're? What are you saying?
We'll
It's
get the
just
fuck out of here.
Recognized by its geopolitical
Well-
boundaries, but
We'll get out of here
Um,
immediately.
it's a 3.9
I will.
pH. It's
You
aged
ruined everything.
6% of its life in French oak, 14% American oak, 18 months.
If you want to know why I'm upset about this, Google
Sounds
how much
yummy.
a bottle of this costs.
Oh my god.
Oh,
No.
Balvenie 17-year Doublewood. It's a single malt scotch.
Should have been more careful, Scott.
We're talking about wine
I pulled I had to find a wine bottle opener to. But I don't. This isn't readily available. I don't drink wine that often. Wine's for if I'm streaming Dream Daddy.
all right. You ready? You ready for the cabs? The cab description here. Intense and focused with aromas of dark berries, ripe plum, and hints
Snore.
of vanilla and mocha. Bold and full-bodied, it is framed by elegant tannins with slight herbal notes on the finish. It's rich and vibrant, and it will age nicely over the next 5 to 10 years.
Sounds good to me.
So if you
an
buy it, and wanna
investment.
hold on to it.
It's an investment.
They also have a bunch of really good stuff.
Scott,
I'm actually
I
Right.
did not want cork in my scotch. I would have been so pissed. I spilled a little on me, but that's worth it.
that's definitely worth it if you saved it.
Oh my god.
I really want it to come back, but I don't think it.
This was a gift from Brittany as a celebratory thing, and I've been holding on to it, and I decided I'd celebrate the decision to murder Tyler with it. And
Will
got-
said,
I got-
I dropped
I-
a fortune favor. It's not my fault Scott treated it like a trump card.
I got a single
So
fleck
true.
of cork inside here, but I think I just got it out.
So true.
Oh my god,
And luckily,
this wine's really good.
I have an old cork from an old one, so I'll be able to use that. But Jesus, sorry everybody, sorry for the delay. No,
Have you had any claret wines, Rena?
Not that I would have been aware of.
Okay. You should. They're generally more expensive, but you should try one.
I mean,
I
hopefully
think
this
you'd
holds
like
up.
Yeah, dude,
But
send
they're
me the
expensive.
link.
Like,
If that breaks in
you
there
want me to
too,
drop the
I'll be
link for
pissed.
you? I'm sending it to you in Discord.
Yeah, thank me.
Sorry again, everybody, about the distraction, but like, wow, to have my cork break. I didn't even say how much it cost, by the way. I just know that it's not cheap. Did anybody Google it or no?
Yeah, it was about $5.
I got cheap scotch too for when people like Messy come over. I try to
drink
share
your
my good
cheapest stuff.
I try to share my good scotch with Josh, but he keeps making me regret it. Balvenie 17-year Doublewood. Yeah, holy shit, that's more expensive than I thought it was. That's more expensive than I thought it was.
And you just almost broke the cork into it.
Well, a
For
fleck,
shame.
a fleck did get in there. It's actually right here. I can't get it out. I'm so upset right now. do you want to know how much it is?
Like,
If you like on average here, about $160 to $170.
okay, that's less expensive than I was gonna say.
What were you
So
suggesting?
expensive.
I was gonna say 250, 275.
No. You know, it's funny is and it's single malt, of course, because it's good scotch, not like people that drink trash like what is it, Johnny Walker Blue Label or Green Label or any of that shit. That malted.
Doxy told me
Well,
she
I like
only drinks
whiskey, but I don't
PBR.
like scotch. Scotch.
Doxy is a person that needs a hug right now for that statement.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's every day for her because she has a lot going on sometimes.
Okay. Well, sorry everybody. I will if Scott's Nuffers use scotch from a decanter, don't accept it. That is actually true. That is actually 100% true, Will. That is so true. I put really garbage scotch inside a crystal decanter. Then I'm like, look, I got a nice thing right here. And people are like, oh, it's scotch. Thanks. They don't know the difference. You know what I mean? Like, oh, thank you. It's so good. Yeah. It's like if you come over, one of my favorite things, I'd be like, oh, I got a nice bottle of Charles Shaw for you. You like Cabernet? Awesome. I got you a nice bottle of Charles Shaw. Do you know what the nickname for Charles Shaw is? No, you wine people that are sitting here and have a conversation about wine.
Sorry, I'm looking.
Sorry, we
at
made
my
that conversation
family's
private.
wine, Scott.
It's called $3 Chucks. It's from Trader Joe's. $3 a bottle. That's what
I don't know. I tried a $4 bottle of wine and I was like, oh, I'll just be cheap. I just save some money. I don't think I can go back to $4 wine. I think it needs to be at least $10. That's like bare minimum what I'll do.
Are we talking a bottle price or are we talking
a bottle, yeah, not a glass.
Oh, well, okay. Well, for me, the last time I had wine, first of all, my girlfriend ordered it at the time, and it was it literally, because I've had a lot of wine, I tasted it and I was like, this is straight watered down. This is a $7 glass of wine that tastes straight up watered down. It was upsetting to me. It was our Valentine's Day date. But for me, my low bar is $20 for a bottle of wine. 25.
I know it sounds weird. It's not about the price. It's about what's inside. You know what I mean? Like you can get a damn good bottle of wine for not bad, and then you get bottles of wine that cost you like $110, and you're like, this is trash.
Yeah. So for me, it's different if I'm in Italy. Italy, you can get a damn good bottle of wine for like $5. And France it's difficult to get a good bottle of wine. France is overpriced in my opinion, as far as wine goes.
I don't know. If you're talking about your European wines, I like Italian wine over French wine.
Same.
I like French oak barrels, but
yeah.
But that's for my Scotch. If I want wine though, it's going to be Argentina or Chile. So that's where I want to get my wine from, because I like reds. They make good reds. If you want
and
gross wine,
especially-
American wine. If you want bad wine, buy wine from America. It's
Australian
not
wine isn't bad.
Australian wine is sold in 1.75s for $7. Okay? Australian wine is the same thing as American wine. I mean,
You have to understand, there's good American wine, Scott.
Jake's here. Jake. Since you're here, before we start the session, I have to see if this rings a bell for you.
Okay, Australian cask wine is not the best wine, but we could get into that. It's very good.
Hold on. I have to do something for Jake specifically, okay?
Okay.
Mom! Dad! Jake, do you know what that is? Jake, please tell me you know what that is. Please tell me you know what that
Looks
is.
like a real fool if he has no fucking idea what you're talking
I
about.
have no clue what he's talking about.
No, you guys wouldn't. But Jake, you gotta know what that is. Come on, man. Don't leave me hanging, Jake. Jake, come on, Jake. Jake. Come on, Jake.
He probably typed that then left.
Yes!
Why'd you
Yes!
feed his ego?
Yes! Jake, she is addicted to it, and it is the best thing ever because it is not a kid's show. It's a show about what it's like to be a dad. You ever notice that? You ever watch that show and you're like,
Once again, something all about Scott.
This is the first show ever that I've watched that it's like a perfect chronicling of what it's like to be a father. It's like, why is the dad always the injured one? Why is he the one running around and doing crazy things? Why is it always? That's parented. So good.
So the reason this is very important to Scott is because this is repairing that bond between him and his daughter after he threw her in the lake.
There's no coming back for that though. Turn off Tyler's camera.
His camera and he can't unmute himself. So there we go.
Tyler, type in chat. I'll read everything you say.
So anyways, in short, it's a TV show called Bluey that is made in Australia. It is so
Must
good.
suck then.
It's listen, it is so
Do you
good.
have to sit upside down to watch it?
Wow. The episodes are only 8 minutes long. It's so good. It's so good. Oh God.
Tyler's not the new Messi. I'm the only Messi. You'll never replace me.
Where is? There we go. Click. There it is, and there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There we are.
So-
All right. Took care of those
I've
problems.
learned from Patrick and Messi. Yeah, it's nice. And Wade too. He gets kicked out. Actually, no. Wade never.
There we go. Let me fix this one too. There we are. All right. Anybody else wanna propagate falsehoods? My poor daughter. She's 5. She's helpless. Rena, can you say a few words for our death? Rena, would you like to say a few words for your fallen foes? Oh, she can't unmute herself because she muted herself prior. There you go. Sorry about that. Oh. There you go. I have to... There you go. You should be good now.
I was gonna say, I'm just sorry that they got murdered by someone.
I knew what you were about to say. Don't think you can... No, I knew what you were about to say. No. Bad Rena. And she took it to the next level. She said... Oh, no, she said they were murdered, so that's okay. Oh, that is not what I thought she was going to say. Funny enough. There we go. There we are. All right, cool. Problems being solved. I want to trump card the DM. Oh, thanks, Aklo. Thanks, Aklo. Chat's moving too fast for me to click it. There we go. Okay. I might have to remove Celsier's powers in a moment. So, hi everybody, how we doing tonight? Doing well? I know we all came here to play a campaign tonight. I know we came here to play some Dungeons and/or Dragons. I know that's what our plan was. We have a whole story we want to tell. There's a whole plot happening. There's a rebellion. Hell, there's even the potential of a massive combat happening with a Loper. That's why you're here. It's actually one of our big fights. But unfortunately, there's detractors from those from telling the story, from focusing on what matters. And so we have to make sure we remind them where our focus is. Okay, chat. At some point in time, I'm gonna get this friggin' piece of cork. Got it. Okay, nope, I didn't. Got it. It's like trying to get eggshell off of your eggshell out of eggs you just cracked and scrambled or whatever. I'm not very good at it because I almost never have to deal with it. All right, do I let them back in? Chat, do I let them back in or? Scott, I'm just going to say that I woke up at 3 a.m. for this after 4 hours of sleep. I hear you. Listen, Anno, I hear you. Who do I let back in first? We get a players union? Sell? You know what happens when corporations hear about union speech? Everybody gets fired. They get systematically replaced. Multiples at a time. Okay? As it happens. You guys want probably Messi first? All right, we'll have Messi come back first. I'm waiting for him to return. Funny enough. Bye, Messi. Where's that button for him? I don't actually see that one. It's a little upsetting. Weird. I'm waiting for Tyler to actually turn his back on. He may have stepped away from the computer for a moment. That's what I'm assuming. Because I'm asking him to start the video, but he's not doing it. Oh, Rena, by the way, you can unmute yourself now. You don't have to wait for me to click any buttons.
Oh, I figured no.
Sorry, I was busy becoming your daughter after you threw in a frozen lake.
I think this week's session might be canceled, guys.
No!
Oh, that's hilarious. You own the DVDs, Jake? You own the DVDs? That's amazing. All we have on Disney Plus is season 1, which is like 58 episodes or something like that. I checked. Haven't gone through them all yet, but that's all I saw. I don't know if there's more than that or not. I haven't Googled it. So, well, guys, I think that's our session tonight. Rena, do you want to play some Two Crowns or something?
No, I want to play Regicide.
Didn't we try to play Two Crowns not that long ago and we got stuck in the winter?
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah. And I think
more
we
people or something.
I think we stopped playing like partway through, like when the winter was almost over, we decided to freeze. So
I think we're still alive though.
Yeah. The game hadn't ended yet. Do you
God,
think
can we play Regicide?
I want to play Regicide too. But Messi started this horrible rumor that my daughter got pushed into a frozen lake. I got like DSS arriving at my house. Oh yeah, it was 100% Messi.
Or was it Wade?
No, it was Messi. It was Messi and Wade ran with it.
No.
I have DSS showing up up at my house, being like, "Excuse me, Mr. Davis, we'd like to discuss the situation that transpired."
Is your daughter okay?
Hey, so weird thing happened. I promise I'm not a cat.
Really? You're making a 3-week-old reference now?
Listen. I had to unmute the stream, so I had to do something with my time.
All right, well, let's get back to where you guys are supposed to be. Nope. Tyler's supposed to be next to me. I'm supposed to be up there. Rena's supposed to be beneath Tyler in every way. Oh, not that way. And Messi is beneath me in that way. And we're all set now. The Zoom call. Okay. Can we start the session, please?
Hold on, I gotta summon more shards. Blame Pat and Wade.
I don't know what you're talking about. So,
Raid Shadow Legends.
oh Jesus. So, are you guys ready to get started? Do you remember where we left off? Because I can remind you exactly where we left off last week.
Ophios is asleep.
Scott, does she look familiar?
Yeah, I have to say that is the sister of my spirit animal.
Oh, that's your daughter all grown up.
No, that's Anna. My spirit animal is nope. That's Elsa. My spirit animal is Anna. I love Anna. Anna gets me. Okay. I love Anna.
Yeah, I was talking about the ice magic though, particularly.
Well, when I went to a local game store recently with my daughter on Wednesday, I did purchase for her a rare ice. Was it a rare ice elemental from like an old pack years and years ago? Like you guys collect Pokemon cards, but like a long time ago, D&D minis used to be like also graded common, uncommon, rare, all that stuff. And so I got her an ice elemental. Yeah, I like those things. Pat still hasn't sent me his address or his PO box, so I still haven't sent him those things. One day though.
Send them to me.
I mean, I'll just set him on fire in front of Pat.
I told you.
Yeah,
you can
Pat
send
keeps
them to
calling
me.
me.
I can get him in a Pat.
So can we actually start the session now? All who want to start the session, raise your hand.
How?
What's the alternative?
Which way?
The alternative
options
is
are?
Rena and I play Two Crowns.
Technically, they're both raised, just not above my head.
Are we talking about above sea level? Because I'll have to climb something.
Above sea level. Absolutely above sea level.
Okay, I'll try to find a ladder. I think I'm at like negative 12 feet right now. So
Well, don't use
The 2
Scott
stories?
because he won't get you high enough off the ground.
That's true. I'm not 12 feet tall.
Yeah, this
Messi,
is gonna just,
neither Messi or I are 6 feet tall. So we won't
you're
be
right.
able
I'm
to get
6'6".
Do you guys
That's a
know
lie.
Rena's actually 7'9"?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to tell everyone.
I've never met Rena, but I believe
I'm
she's
hella
like,
tall. Yeah.
I believe Rena's more like a 5'5", 5'6", if I had to
No,
guess.
She's like a 7-footer. She should have played basketball, but
Like a 7-footer.
Rena, how tall? Rena, how tall are you?
I'm 7 feet
Rena,
tall. And
you heard
like
it here
Tyler
first.
said, yeah.
Re-
Mhm. He's met me, so
Rena, how tall are you?
I'm tall.
Rena is tall though.
Like I said, 5'6".
I'm 5'7".
Oh, okay. I was
Okay.
I was pretty close. Well, great. I said 5'5", 5'6". So I was off by 1 or 2 inches. So, yeah. All right. Are we ready to start now? Can we start the session? I even have, initiative pulled up. It's
Oh,
literally
nice.
Rena's
What's your
Oh,
favorite Pokemon
yeah.
gen? What do you guys think?
chat. I wanted to be clear that I'm trying. If anybody is contemplating, if anybody's contemplating dropping a trump card, I want you to
No.
understand I am actively trying. So,
All I know is Ophios is asleep. The Scorching Ray missed me. Although
Wait, it's my turn?
AC would have been 2 less because I'm not actively using my shield, but even then it still missed me.
What is whose very last turn was it? What the commander on the other side? Is that right?
I have to
thought the
scroll
last
down the
turn
initiative order to
was-
see.
Yeah, I think it was the person who.
It was the armies are now the armies went. So now it's Rena. It's back to you, and whether or not you wanted to continue commanding the armies or get involved. The armies are actually fighting one another. Tyler got dropped, but pretty much all of the heroes on the other side got dropped too.
No, they didn't.
Except for
'cause
this
you
one
said
new
they-
challenger.
There's one challenger. Yeah.
And the witch apparently got revived to
No,
cast a spell.
no, that wasn't the witch. That was a different person who appeared. Who I described
Oh,
as
you're
wearing
right.
nice
The
No,
witch
you're
is
right, you're
like
right, you're right.
gone.
Yeah.
The witch got absolutely obliterated in one hit.
That's right.
The witch already rolled 1 death die and failed it, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone should help her.
Yeah, so the witch currently is... No, I think failed 1 and succeeded 1. That's right. Failed 1 and succeeded 1. So the witch is actually already on the verge of death.
And the witch is from the other side?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the Wicked Witch of the West.
So, how far away am I from them? From where the action is?
Behind the group of your friends. Remember, you guys were outflanked. The people that are with you, like the army, whatever that's with you, they're actually clashing at the moment. Ahead of where you are, they're about I want to say to 80 feet, top of my head, from where the action with Tyler was taking. No, it was like 60 feet from where Tyler was taking place. A little bit further than that now, since he ran up and Messi also ran up a bit. So probably closer to about 130 feet, I believe. And then just beyond that,
I fell asleep at like the same area that we originally started. Well, I kind of chased the guy once, but not very far.
Just beyond that, there's the army. Which is in about 2 rounds, they're showing up to kind of like overrun you guys with just sheer numbers.
Can I use my lifeline phone a friend? I'm sorry.
Yes, but it has to be somebody who is not currently in the Zoom call.
Josh.
Josh is streaming right now. So you should
during your stream.
You should call
that
him.
Makes sense.
You should call him on Discord, real quick. Just like totally toss him a call on Discord right now.
Like, what the hell?
Well, Messi does it to him all the time, so.
I call him and he never
If
answers.
he answers Tyler, Messi's gonna be like,
Oh my god, that'd be amazing if he answered Tyler. That'd make me so happy. Are you calling him, Ty?
That would not make me happy at all.
He declined the call.
Really?
It
Alright,
see,
rang
you
like
call him,
twice
Scott.
and then it declined it.
Alright, I'm gonna try calling him. Alright, hold on. Where's my last conversation with him? Unfunny one. There we go. Hold on. He's gonna get mad at me.
I got mad at you and you called me.
It's all right. I just threw him a follow.
Try to dox my number.
Yeah, he declined my call too. Oh well. Oh well. All right. Anyways.
Wait, he's not online anymore. He stopped being online the instant I called. I'm gonna try it again.
I wouldn't.
Oh, he didn't answer. That's why. His Discord is set to do not disturb, so it declines it automatically.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I know Discord had that capability. Because Skype totally ignores that. Back when I used Skype 3 years ago.
Wait. Yeah, it already declined it.
Okay. Mine rang for a while, mind you. Like a long while before it declined. But
how dare you, Anno?
Either way, all right, let's go. Let's play. Rena, it's your turn. Your allies are in front of you. You can see that the people that were immediately fighting Messi's character, the person that was fighting Messi's character, gave him a bit of a hold up for a second, but Yondis eventually dropped him, right? So Yondis was able to overpower him and defeat the opponent he was facing. Then you also had Tyler with Ophios was doing a pretty decent job of holding his own against several, and he also had at his side Flint who opened the combat with
out of nowhere when he was trying to cast a spell.
And so Flint had dropped a fireball on himself, and then later on dropped another fireball down the line, which took out the main person who you guys were going against, right? And then as Ophios tried to push the attack, try to push it even further to maybe take out this person permanently or capture him or whatever it was that Ophios was looking to do, all of a sudden he fell on his face. As a new combatant emerged, somebody dressed in nice robes, so on and so forth, that what's the word I'm looking for? Looked to completely just cast a spell on him to knock him out. You see that after his fight up on the hill ended, that Yondis, I believe you teleported, right? No, you just started running over. You ran over to Ophios, that's right. He ran over to be at Ophios' side because Ophios is unconscious. And that's kind of where things ended. So there's a new combatant up on the hill that's kind of talking to himself and cast a spell to drop Tyler.
I ran to that guy.
Yeah, he ran to that guy. Flint ran to me after Scorching Ray didn't work.
There you go. You ran to that guy. But you weren't able to attack him because you had already used your attacks.
Yeah.
So, Rena, it's your turn, and there's a conversation happening between these peoples. So, what do you do?
Okay, well, if I see Flint go over to Ophios, then she probably wouldn't. I mean, it's just because they're so far away. I'm afraid if I get too far away from like this half of the army, then they're gonna be left without anybody. except I don't want to be over here anyway. I'll just try to like move towards that direction, but
you do know, assuming your allies can get out of the precarious situation they're in, if you fall back, most likely you guys will be able to kind of, not have to continue fighting, right? You can potentially fall out of this area where you're about to be pincer tacticked. You have people attacking you from behind, you're about to have a wave of them attacking you from the front. It's not going to go well if your armies clash between these two sides. So if you fall back, it's going to allow you to kind of maneuver out of that situation. But that does abandon Flint, Ophios, and Yondas if you do so.
Thank you for the sub.
Thank you, Sir Keegan.
Now I have a sub.
Once more with feeling.
You fool.
That's all the context you get. That is hilarious with that message right there, sir. They've been doing hype trains to make characters for Warmonger, and they did one last night. So now I have to make a Warmonger NPC with Brittany. So I haven't convinced her yet because we actually saw each other for less than 5 minutes today. So, and that included me complaining about what I did to my scotch. So, I have to try to convince her to actually go on stream with me. Though she won't be on cam, just with voice to make that character. But back to what you guys are doing. Rena, do you want the armies to fall back? Do you want them to keep fighting? And what do you personally want to do?
we're probably going to waste too many people if we keep fighting. At least from what you've told me and from what like I've seen happening.
Once more with feeling.
I'll fall back and have to hope that they are fine with the three of them. For now.
Okay. So you're going to give the command to the army to do this. For the efficiency of this command, you can go ahead and roll your charisma check again. Don't forget, I believe you still have leftover Winifred's Wisdom from last.
You do have a Winifred's Wisdom.
Yeah,
I think I'm
Aklo,
going to use
and
that.
then
Yeah.
Anno, and then Jump for Joy, and then Joey. Jesus. You can go ahead and drop your Winifred's Wisdom. So it's going to be with advantage you're making this roll.
Would you say charisma?
Correct. Well.
Yes, Rena.
Once more with
Yes.
It works out.
Rena, that is the efficiency of your command right there. As you turn, you go to command the army for the efficiency of the fallback of what it is you want to do. You're looking across the battlefield and you're seeing all of this kind of lining up. And then you come to a realization. You don't need to do a true retreat. You're looking throughout the battlefield and seeing like how it's laid out, so on and so forth. All of a sudden, you have this strange keenness, an awareness of what's happening in the layout around you, the terrain, the number of soldiers, how you're outnumbered, how it is that these soldiers are moving, etc., etc., etc. These aren't incredibly well-trained soldiers. I described them before and just more or less looking like bandits, right? Well, that doesn't mean that their leader isn't trained, but certainly they are barely so. However, the people that are with you, this is an organized unit. They're outnumbered and they got outflanked, sure, but they can take commands well. Not only are you going to deliver the commands well, but you also think because they're so unorganized and because their entire leadership is more or less wiped out, you're pretty sure that you see an opportunity to lure them into a trap of your own. You can choose to fall back fully and remove from this fight. No more lives need to be lost this day if you choose not to. However, you can kind of feel almost as though she's with you, as she has beforehand during great battles.
That's sick. Okay.
You can feel her with you. You can feel her guidance. Whatever task you choose to do at this point, first of all, your natty 20 on the charisma check means that the soldiers are easily going to listen to your commands, but also how it is that you want to follow through that commands. It seems like fortune is favoring you at the moment as you kind of see all this playing out in front of you.
Oh, interesting.
What
Okay.
do you want to command them to do?
We might as well take him out.
Lady Dark Eyes wants you to murder some people. Wow.
Don't worry, Sal. I want to murder people too. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Just kidding. Anyway, yeah, I want to set up some sort of
So
trap.
it's not
to,
a
like,
joke?
to, like, I mean,
I
in
got
D&D,
from that, too.
If you guys want to know what's not a joke, I'm probably in the next month or so going to finally permanently lose the toenail on my left foot ring toe.
Exciting.
From the hypothermia from the lake water.
You motherfucking piece of shit. From over 15 years of restaurants. That's why I hate you so much. Anyways, I hate you so much. And that will not become an emote, to be clear. So never become an
Can
emote.
we have Lake Monster Child?
No.
Frozen Child?
There will be no emotes of Rory under an ice cap. That would look like
Seems
a woman beneath a glass ceiling. We can't have that.
Kind of seems
It'll
like that's
just
what
be
you
her
want.
on top, and then you like peeking out
No,
from the
it's
side.
just,
Like,
No.
it's just a child in a hole, like a ice fishing hole.
Don't worry, chat. I muted them. You don't have to hear. You don't have to hear their lies anymore. So, Rena, what does Rena want to do?
More with feeling.
I want to set up a trap. Take out this army, or army, quote unquote.
Okay. Take out this army. Okay, so you want to
Oh my God, level 5?
you wanted to make it look like you're doing a full fallback, like you're doing a full retreat.
Like kind of lure them into like, oh, we're retreating,
The
and then
false
haha,
retreat,
just
yeah.
kidding.
What does a level 5 hype train do again?
Level 5 hype train for them is I'm making it so I make a static 3rd level NPC for one of the clans of their choice. I'm going to put up a vote a little bit later on for them to choose which of the Warmonger clans gets it.
That's what this level 5 hype train was?
Absolutely. They know it.
That doesn't help us? I thought it was we get something.
No.
Like chat
Warmonger
votes.
is the favorite child at the moment. They're the baby. And you know how it is. The youngest is always the favorite. Until they
That's
grow
not
up and you
true.
realize that they're the worst child.
Scott,
like
can
Eric
I ask
or
you?
William.
Can I ask you an honest question?
Hmm?
When's Warmonger?
William, you work in a union. It doesn't count when you work in a union. When you have like proper and high quality health insurance, and if an eyelash gets in your eye, you have like what is it called? Pendulin comes and lifts you up and brings you to the nearest 5-star hotel and delivers you iced tea and a prostitute to make sure that your comfort is good. I worked corporate.
Prostitute?
I worked
You guys
corporate
get free prostitutes?
where giving birth to my daughter cost over $10,000 because they don't cover much by way of medical, out of pocket, mind you, after insurance. And Warmonger is Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But let's get back to this game.
You're acting out of pocket.
So, Rena, you want to fall back and set a trap, and you start giving commands to them. And they immediately kind of like hearing the command and the way that you're delivering them, immediately hear it and act. More than that, Yondis, do you hear that? The orders Rena's given, the order to fall back. Looking about the battlefield as you approach that opponent that had dropped Ophios, honestly, it's not a bad idea. You guys are outnumbered, grossly outnumbered, and you lack the ability to do any serious harm to the sheer number of people. Rena's call to fall back is probably a good idea, if difficult, considering that Ophios is asleep. Well, Flint's a big boy. Maybe he can carry him. Rena, they immediately jump to your command and start listening, battling their way back, falling to your command. After them goes to the, I think this nasty, horrible little thing right here, was supposed to represent, the baddies that you were fighting. This is actually the guy that just before Ophios, cast a sleep spell. So this person, I didn't open up that roll 20. Give me 1 second. I almost closed this roll 20 by accident. I was checking out when you guys went crazy ex-girlfriend on me. I don't know what you're talking about, Josh. What are you talking about?
Josh messaged me.
What do you say?
He just was curious what I was calling for.
Oh.
Yeah, you had your phone a friend thing you were going to ask him about.
Yeah, you're going to ask him something, but he didn't want to answer, so you don't want to talk to him anymore, right?
No, I would happily phone that friend again.
So you're not going to call him again, right?
I'm not going to call him again because I don't want to interrupt what he's doing again. I've already done that twice.
Don't be a goody two shoes. All right, I have him. So what he does to you, Messy, as you approach him from where you are. One moment, I'm going to read this. Because 5e is a little bit different than the other e's. I have to make a ranged spell attack against you.
Okay.
On a hit, the target
I
deals.
just realized the welcome to
Nope,
the
not that
code,
one.
the welcome to the show cantrip that you made is a spell save DC of 0. So does that mean we always pass it and we don't actually have to go to the show?
I'm rolling to attack you right now. /R 1d20 plus 5. That went behind the friggin' thing. Oh, I rolled an 18.
That's a good roll.
23.
That's a good roll.
It is. So I hit you as a beam of light flashes out of this man's hand and starts arcing immediately towards you. It does to you. And you can roll a spellcraft check for me if you like, or an arcana check, I should say. Sorry. It does to you.
I'm not proficient in it, so I'm not going to.
Okay, thank you. It does to you 18 points of damage, 18 points of radiant damage as it blasts across and hits you. Without you rolling that, you
Fuck, how'd you roll so high on both of those? That's insane.
have ask the LI crew. They unfortunately have to deal with me open rolling very high consistently, which proves that I always roll well and I don't.
I like
cheat
how
the
you.
DM.
I like how
Myself?
you said that. I like how you said that to Messi when I'm the only one in this group that's not a part of that crew.
Oh, what?
Wait, you enjoy that. You enjoy
That's the roll
that
for it, crew.
thing.
Tyler, do you want to hear the bad part, the worst part?
What?
I said it to Messi, forgetting he was a part of the crew.
Yeah, I'm in the fucking show.
I just didn't want to single out Rena, and so I was
Oh
gonna say
my
ask
God.
Rena, and then I was like, oh no, just the LI crew, and I didn't want to. I forgot he was a part of it.
Two-thirds of
It's because I didn't do
crew
anything. Because
got-
I died like on the first hit. I got hit twice last session, and the second
was
hit
rough,
was
dude.
like 3 times my remaining health. So I didn't do too hot, and I got eaten alive. What is
I
this?
tried,
Oh, thanks,
dude.
thanks, guys.
All right, so you got blasted with that amount of damage as he hits you, and he's like, "You're a bad guy, right?" He literally looks at you and says, "You're a bad guy, right? Because you're swinging the swords, you're coming at us."
Says that to me?
Yeah, he says that to you as you're rushing
I don't
at
have
him. He blasts
swords.
you with the spell. Well, sorry. As you're swinging around, whatever that was, then you're coming at us. You're a bad guy, right? He literally says that to you.
Does you want me to answer that now? I'll answer that on my turn. We're good.
Well, if you seem like you're gonna have a nice long pause, he goes, "I'll take that as a yeah," and he starts backing up, like starts moving backwards. All right. After that is going to be wrong person. I feel it's gonna be Ophios' turn. Ophios, could you go ahead and roll me nothing? Sleep doesn't require you to actually have to roll again, does it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm gonna click it into chat so I can see.
You didn't let me roll last time
Um.
because you did pass my turn once.
Oh, only make the first save. Oh no, you actually don't get a roll.
Yeah.
Yep. No, you never get a roll. Somebody just has to come and slap you in the face to wake you up. Sorry. So that's unfortunately your turn. This-
Ophios rolls over.
This brings us to the big guy's turn. The
He's
big guy.
unconscious.
Unconsciously rolls over while he's sleeping. He's having a dream.
1d20.
He's not dead. He's unconscious. Let's talk about the leader guy.
No,
The
that
leader
got
guy.
blasted.
This is the guy that.
Oh.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh no! I think that's his
No,
first roll.
That's 2. Yeah, that's 2.
That's his first roll. He's stabilized. Why is he stabilized? Why is he stabilized, Joey? That was a whole week ago, and it's been a long week. Yondas, it's your turn.
He got stabilized.
What? I don't think you.
Oh, I think did somebody use a medical kit on him? The Goliath.
No.
Yeah.
The Goliath is unconscious.
Oh, we're not talking about the stable. We're not talking about the Goliath, dude. We're talking about somebody else. We're
Yeah,
talking
the
about
Goliath
the
is
leader.
actually unconscious.
Talking about the leader of the opposing army.
Yes.
He got hit by a fireball, Snaga, Joey.
Yeah, he got hit by a fireball, which dropped him. And I think I'm almost positive this is the first round that he's been down. Yeah, because he got dropped, and then Ophios was going to run at him to finish it up, and he got hit by the spell that dropped him. So his first
Yeah,
death
'cause
save is a natty one.
I tried to Eldritch Blast, got put to sleep, and then Flint hit them with a fireball, which killed the witch and him.
Yondas, it's your turn.
Yeah, so as he's running towards that mage that put Ophios to sleep, and he hears Arena shout the retreat command, and he sees that kind of both sides are listening, and all the soldiers seem to be like falling back to some extent. He'll probably after getting blasted by that ray, he'll make his way towards Ophios and Flint instead. And to answer that guy who just hit me with his fucking insane amount of damage, actually, he'll say as he runs away, it seems the fight's over. You should get your friends. And he'll go and like pull at Ophios and try to shake him awake. So I'll try to wake up Ophios here. Will be his action.
Does he have to roll to wake me up?
I think it's actually just requires a I guess there's a new poll out there for you. I think it just requires a hard slap in the face, which is an action. And since he can double move, he can definitely get to you with a move action, a bonus action. He can definitely get to you in standard action, give you a smack in the face to wake you up. You just automatically wake up. Okay.
Who's the enemy in this poll?
The leader guy that just rolled the natty 1 on the battlefield. It's now Flint's turn, and Flint seeing Ophios on the ground and also hearing Rena's callback, he's like, ugh. And so he'll reach down and go to throw Ophios over his shoulder. Give me 1 second before I finish. He'll throw Ophios over his shoulder because he's a massive guy and can easily pick up Ophios. But Flint uses action to pick up Ophios because he's a decent friend. I think
What the fuck, Tyler?
I think that's another. I think that's a secondary no.
Tyler,
Nice, Tyler.
you were putting all your points into fuck Joey. I was putting all my points into yes. We were the only two boosting that. It was just me and you.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
That's
I won't
awesome.
lie. That's pretty
It's
hilarious.
so funny. I spent 17,000 on yes. You spent 25 and a half on fuck Joey.
So, because obviously he's not the kind of person to just let things go, he reaches down and grabs him, but as he's walking away, he uses, hold on, I'm going to click this right here. He uses Quicken Spell to cast Scorching Ray again. So this is his second Scorching Ray, so we could easily pull it off. So he casts Scorching Ray. First Scorching Ray is going to be at the person that just blasted Yondis. So let's actually make that roll there.
Wait, he has to scorch. Why does he have the quicken spell?
Because he uses action to pick up Ophios.
I think doesn't quicken spell require you to cast a spell first? You can't do you can't split your action like that, right?
No.
Okay.
The text is written here, but no. You can cast a spell as a
never mind.
yeah. All
I've
right.
just been doing that, I think.
So with a 16 against the person that he happens to be attacking, not you, it's you over here. A 16 absolutely hits that person. Give me 1 second. That person does not have shield and can do nothing about it. So that person takes the hit, which does. Mind you, they have not been hit yet. 7 points of fire damage, singeing them. And being like, ah! You know, because I heard them. Actually, no, they did take damage before. My apologies, they did take damage before. So this drops them down to this much health. Oof, they're hurt. And then the second Scorching Ray, because they do, 3? The second Scorching Ray is going to be at him as well. Ooh, it's only an 8.
That's a miss.
That unfortunately misses. I was going to have, if you guys dropped him, I was going to have the third Scorching Ray go against the leader guy. Wow, so many of those have just popped up. So many of those has popped up. I'm trying to coordinate through all of them because there's literally been 4 of those. So I will work through that in a moment. So, and then the third one. Oh, sorry. The third one will go.
I'm so confused.
4 trump cards, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Hits and
No,
does
there's no way. There's no way.
6 points of fire damage. That guy is barely still standing, but he's still standing. So what's his name? Flint grabs Ophios, throws him over his shoulder, and starts moving.
He woke me up.
And starts moving backwards.
I'm gonna just fight against that.
Dude, don't fight against it. Just be a snake for goddamn sake.
He literally just woke up. My character would think
So he comes over and slaps Ophios. Ophios starts coming too, and he's like, "I got you." And he picks you up and like fireman carries you, hurls 3 Scorching Rays, and starts like hobbling back with you on his shoulders. So
I
as
don't know
you're
what's
coming
going
to,
on. I don't like being carried.
That's
Strength-
you know who it is. All right.
Why'd you roll an 18, you motherfucker?
All right. We'll just waste his turn.
I don't know what's going on. Ophios woke up. I know who he
Oh,
is,
thank
but
God.
I'm also pissed at him.
So he grabs you,
Oh
throws you
my
over his
God.
shoulder, and starts moving back, and yeets out of there with you. This leads to the army. The army means that Rena, your army has fallen back. They're still trying to kind of like fall in and attack you as you guys are retreating, with the other army still trying to pincer tactic you. But you just start telling the flank that's about to get attacked first to start filtering out to the other side, so it still gives a little bit more leeway, kind of like leading them so they amass to being one group rather than coming at you from multiple sides. At the same time, ordering very specific groups inside there to move up and attack with their spears at those kind of coming at you. So as they're chasing after you, as soon as they come into range, the people with the spears kind of turn around and gah! At them to really injure their numbers for doing that pursuit, right? Once again, listening to your commands and following it very well. Rena, it's still your turn. Your allies are listening to you as well. This actually is going very well. Everybody is falling back. Moreover, you saw Flint deliver that incredible blow across the battlefields. You know that they cannot continue to fight much longer. They just cannot continue to fight much longer. Which means that you need to stop. You need to, they need to stop and recoup for a second, which will give you the opportunity to fully pull away. Your plan is working. Does Rena want to do anything specific or just continue following through with her plan?
I think just continue on.
Perfect. All right. That being said, this brings us to the person that just got blasted by Flint a couple of times, and by I remember who it was before. I think Jan just threw a dagger at him before and hurt him. So he is
Definitely
going to
haven't attacked him yet.
all of a sudden you see him be like, as he's continuing to back up more and more and more, he's actually going to use a bonus action to heal. I'm not sure what it is. As a bonus action, you can spend the maximum number of equal to, so he's going to heal 3d6 dice to his boss man. Yep, he's going to heal 3d6 to his boss man. Slash R 3d6. So the guy that rolled a natty 1, which means 2 death points, is now not just stabilized, but he's also conscious. He does that as a bonus action as he continues to back up further, uses his double move to just yeet out of there. He is not pursuing, which is a good thing, because in case you didn't know from the description beforehand, Yondas, he had actually cast Guiding Bolt on you. He would have had an advantage on his next attack roll against you. But he just chose, I'm out of here. Double move to get out after his bonus action to heal the boss. So things are going well. Ophios, you're fully conscious. It's your turn. You're being pulled away from an impending army who is about to overtake the area where you just were. As you see the man that you were just trying to chase down, pushing himself up slowly off the battlefield, holding his injured side. You fully come to. What do you do?
What's going on?
I got you, buddy, says Flint.
Yeah, you're the one
Shaking
who
you around so
injured
much you
me
can't
the
see.
most, you dick.
He pats you and said, well, I don't know, you worship a fire snake.
Does he know that?
Yeah.
Why would he know that? He wasn't there for that.
You talk about it a lot.
No, I
Wait, you know
don't.
that?
Actually, what he'll say is, I thought your scales were a little bit thicker than that.
I had a plan and you ruined it.
He's like, is your plan to run? Because I can put you down.
Yeah, I'll run.
Yo,
All right, and he puts you down. All right.
Do I
And-
need to roll in athletics or anything?
No, he just puts you down. I imagine you double move.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That brings us to the boss man, who he himself is going to get up, look across the battlefield, and kind of see everything happening. See his Goliath is downed. See that his oh, I forgot to roll for that person for last turn. Okay, that's two stabilizes. That's 3 stabilizes. Okay, because they did 1 and 1 last session. So sees that their witch is down. See that the other person that's with them that was casting a couple of spells is retreating, very, very injured, seared and complaining a lot. He's looking like he's yelling up at the sky. And he just kind of shakes his head. And Rena, it must have worked because he tells the armies to slow down. If they're going to attack you, they're going to regroup before they immediately move in full force. This is what you were hoping for. You were hoping that they would regroup. But with the leader being awake again, you don't know if they're going to fully come into the trap. We'll get to you in a second on that one, okay? Let's get to Yondis' turn. Yondis, you had already started retreating. You're running alongside Flint and now Ophios. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll just keep that up.
You move quick enough that you can easily get to Rena first. And the other two will kind of be catching up to her shortly because she's making a slower retreat than you guys are. You're individuals, she's a group. So when you catch up to Rena, do you want to say anything or is that you're good?
No, we'll just retreat. Yeah, I'm good.
Flint does the same thing. He just keeps jogging up to you guys and we can kind of let things end from there. Rena, I'll just close out initiative. Rena, why don't you go ahead and do me a favor? You can actually just roll me an insight check with advantage. So you, with your diplomacy of a 10, your insight of a 10, you're pretty sure that things are going, that he's going to, my apologies, you're pretty sure that he's going to, have the army continue to slow down. Unless you antagonize them, you don't think they're going to, follow forward into the ambush. You can let things go, or you can choose to antagonize the army into continuing to chase you. Honestly, to do that, all you have to do is have a couple of pock shots, a volley of arrows being thrown towards the leader. Even if it doesn't hit him, it'll antagonize him into your trap.
Damn, that's tempting. But it probably is smarter to let it go. Since we did take out most of their leadership.
Okay. So you want to Elsa the situation?
I want to what?
Elsa?
Let it go.
You know.
Yeah, let's let it go.
From the hit movie.
So we're not regrouping and attacking. We're just leaving it be.
Well, she's going to prepare for an attack on the far side, in case they come forward.
Yeah, if they come back, but I doubt it.
My camera always wants to focus on my microphone and not my face. It likes my microphone better. So anyways, you guys continue forward and continue retreating more and more. As you guys fall back, you continue to do so for a good 15, 20 minutes or so, to make sure that you are in a secure area where if they do choose to fight you, you're going to have the advantage. Slightly higher grounds, you can see the area around you better. You have their best soldiers kind of put in place. You start setting up medical tents, so on and so forth. For those of you that choose to approach Rena, as you guys are getting to this area, again, flashing forward about 15 minutes, as you get to the area where you're able to kind of stabilize this group that's with you, you notice that Rena has a different, almost demeanor to her. Nothing that not something that you haven't seen before, right? Yondis, I don't think has ever seen this before. No, wait, once when you guys were fighting the undead a long time ago, especially from Yondis' perspective, a long time ago. He might not even remember it. But Ophios, you do remember times that she's done this before, where she's had this kind of different look to her, almost like a darkness in her gaze, right? A certain seriousness, a certain rigidness to her. Anyways, you give these orders, the commands, they easily listen up and start putting it together medic area to handle the people that are injured, so on and so forth. Flint also joining the area as well. Yes.
Do I have greater
I focused on
insight
my microphone again. Why do you look at my microphone and not my face?
Are you trying to
Scott.
do insight on me?
Nice mic.
Scott, do I have insight based on that experience we had with the that one town that was flushed with specters? Is it from that experience with relation to Lady Aravel?
I mean, you know of Lady Aravel a ton from Rena alone, then there was also the Spectre Town and so on and so forth, yeah.
Yeah, so it comes across like that, right?
Nice. It comes across as the time when you were fighting the undead, and I don't remember when you were fighting Lady Araville. Did she also get that feeling when she was fighting in that Spectre Town?
No, but she got it when we were in Momley, or not
Yes.
Momley.
And with all the zombies.
The zombies, and then one other time that I can remember. But I think we had spoken at some point about it being like Lady Arravelle had reached out to her or whatnot.
Oh, wow. Sorry. I just noticed this. Britt had texted me 28 minutes ago saying, "Are they morphing into you with beards and glasses?" Rena, don't do it. To be fair, though, you guys...
I'm just out here trying to see, man.
So I switched to blue light blocking glasses, and I did this before I did anything with Scott.
Sure.
Because I get headaches and migraines.
Hashtag Scott is the common denominator. Just saying.
Yeah, when she was forging her armor and stuff. Snaga, yeah.
Yeah. But yet you are aware of it from all those times in the past. You know what this is.
Yeah.
You have immediate insight as to what this is. Yondis has to roll an insight check.
I don't even know how he would react to this. He'd just be like, "What's going on, Rena? What's the plan here? What's the big idea?"
Oh, you're falling back. It seems like you had most things handled.
I don't
For a
know.
while,
I
at
fell
least.
asleep in the middle of casting a spell.
Asleep.
Yeah.
So what happened, Yondis?
Flint attacked and we acted quickly.
It's Flint's fault. They were talking about wanting to capture me, and I had a plan to teleport away, and I looked at Flint, and Flint decided to blow up the ground.
Is
Ophios
Flint
looked
here?
angrily at Flint.
Yeah.
He's right here.
Worked out.
In the sense that we fought, the other way would have been we just got away.
He gestures back behind you and says, "Did he go down? And the other one too?" All right then.
Just seemed unnecessary.
He just shrugs.
Well, we could have taken them if we wanted to, but thought it best not to risk the army for that. Seeing as how they had more numbers. I doubt they'll attack again. How many of their leadership did you manage to wipe out?
He says, "Well, I don't think anybody died." He looks over at Yondis for more clarification. He's like, "You called us back before I could, do what had to be done." And then he looks at, and then he'll actually look back at Ophios and say, "Not mad at her, are you?"
Listen, I was asleep. I don't know what happened. All I know is I woke up and you were carrying me like some rag doll. And it's your fault we were in this mess to begin with. So yes, I'm upset with you. I'm not mad at Rena.
He cast a sleep spell on you. How does my fire have anything to do with your sleep?
When one domino falls into another domino, is the second domino at fault?
What's a domino?
God damn it.
For some reason, I want pizza right now, though. Legit had pizza for dinner tonight.
Or any of them
Oh, it's
killed.
nice.
Yeah, it is.
The leader looked pretty weak, but he was healed. So
So they're all alive.
I don't know. Probably.
Well,
I think the witch got toasted.
I think some weird Joey person walked onto the battlefield.
Like an Australian?
Yeah, baby kangaroo.
we'll prepare in case they attack us again. But like I said before, I doubt they will. Though I don't do it based on the roll that I did. and obviously our interaction with them, we basically got the feeling that they were not Yovant's soldiers.
Yeah, you don't believe they were.
Okay.
We also
That
don't
is-
think they're Paradel because they didn't like Paradel. So
Regardless of who they are, it seems irrelevant to continue this interaction. So, should keep moving.
You see, you say we should keep moving, and you kind of like you look up on or off in the horizon. Then you hear like a call to your name, Commander. You hear somebody call out, but not Commander in the sense of the Paradel way, right? Though I'm sure that sends a shiver down your spine in a way that you don't like. Commander in the sense that you just happen to be the CEO at the moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look back that way, and you can actually see they're flagging, waving for you, and they see that you're looking. They start gesturing over their head and beyond, and you look out and you see the army is approaching again. Looks like your trap might have to come into place.
She turns back. Forget what I said. We're going to attack them. Basically my plan was to what? What was the plan here? You said that
put
I
us
mean
in a
as
more advantageous position.
yeah, as far as like us falling back at the time, I had assumed that it was just to get them all like within the same group so we could turn back on them at that moment in time. But now we've, kind of gone a bit away. So maybe we set something up where we're the ones flanking them in that case, or some of us are flanking them, and while more
The
of us, I guess,
technical
are
term
taking
for
them.
this maneuver is called a false retreat.
It's built into the Pathfinder game, which is pretty cool.
That's
And
cool.
just so you know, Yondish, you did get a Winifred's Wisdom for the session.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, so anyways, back to the game. So you see them approaching Rena, and once again, you can still kind of see the best tactics for fighting them. You see that they have this aggressive approach. Why don't you guys all go ahead and roll me a perception check, please? Oh, and Tyler. At one point in time, Flint says, "Oh, by the way, after this is all done, remind me. I wanted to talk to you about something."
He says that to Ophios.
Yeah.
God, I hope Flint doesn't die in this next fight. We never get to hear about
sure.
Ophios'
Just
real
don't
father.
Die.
So I have Yondis's perception is sexy, but we're still waiting for Ophios.
Sorry, I was listening to you and waiting to roll. I knew it was going to be
Ooh,
bad.
snake eyes.
Oh, you get a little dirt in your eye. What's that?
Honestly, what I think it is I'm still groggy. I'm sleepy. Because I just
You're
woke
tearing
up
up.
being asleep.
So you unfortunately, Tyler, it's one of those things where you just don't notice at all what they're even talking. Like, what? Guys, the army's gone. It's because Ophios is so short, he can't see over the average soldier around them.
Ophios
So
is not short.
he can't see the fact that the army's actually approaching. You know what I mean? Or as Josh always says, "Oh, I'm just standing in a divot right now." You know. So anyways,
He always says that.
yeah, Josh always says that. Yeah, it's a thing he's known for. Yeah, it's like you complaining about being below sea level. Like, it's not the truth, but we let you get away with it. So, anyways, the arena. It looks like they're going to be approaching. It looks like they're going to be fighting. But with your perception check, Yondis, you actually see a figure riding hard on a horse over towards that army.
Just a random somebody.
You have no idea who they are, unfortunately.
Do they?
Your 27 perception is disgusting. I can tell you that the person that you see, male, look to be militant. They look kind of familiar, but you're not entirely sure. They're too far away. It's for you to make out much detail. At the same time you notice that, you're kind of like noticing it. I imagine you mention it to the other two.
Yeah, is that figure alone?
Yeah, alone, riding hard.
Okay. Yeah, I'll point it out.
Okay.
Look over there. Someone. New challenger.
A new challenger approaches. Do I roll another perception here, or?
Nope. You just kind of, he points out, and you guys are able to see that there is a rider coming. But kind of like as you're taking in that, Yondis, you also see that there's another person riding from literally the opposite direction over towards your group.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey. I know I just pointed out that person there, but take a look at this person here, coming right for us.
Shit. And so I look over. Who do we see?
Bad.
That one, I believe Yondos knows who that is. So that one, because he's coming closer, you can see easier. You actually see Lander approaching you guys. Does Yondos know Lander or is that Elijah?
Which one's Lander?
All right, that means it's not Yondos, it's
I was
Elijah.
gonna say, I think it's
That means
Elijah.
it's not me.
Perfect.
Doesn't sound
I actually
familiar.
don't know. I
Perfect.
don't know who this person is, so
Perfect.
yeah.
That plays well.
Yes. All right.
All right, so you see a man approach that you don't know. So either way,
Look, it's a man I don't know.
So you guys see these people approaching. Rena, Ophios, what do you guys do? I imagine you turn to accept this person. I imagine not with open arms, but
Not just go to
For who they are.
meet them or whatever. Yeah.
sure. Oh God, that is such smooth scotch. It's so good. Like I don't know if you guys are scotch drinkers at all, but that scotch is so good. It's so good. I would never waste a drop of that on Josh. He whines too much about scotch. I give him like good scotch, and he's like, "Nah." I'm like, that's like $80 a bottle. And he's like, "Nah." I'm like, never mind. So, Tyler, you can unmute yourself.
When the freak did you mute me?
Oh, when you were complaining about something earlier. I don't remember what it was. It's a long time ago.
Not cool, dude.
All right, Ophios dies in a river. He fell down because he can't see.
He was pushed.
Wasn't it a
Flint's
lake?
fault.
Moving
Going to get
on.
muted.
So you guys are you guys go to approach this person, go to see the person that's approaching your group.
No, because I was trying to do something and now
What are
I
you
forgot because you're too busy talking about scotch and how it was so delicious when I think scotch is gross.
Oh God, so you just need better scotch.
Anyway, I was gonna say I could see this guy, right?
Yes,
Cool.
you totally see him.
Never, it doesn't matter. Fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. High five.
Ophios is gonna
No? Okay.
go to the bathroom.
Okay. So Ophios is like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I need a pee. So, anyways, Rena, you go to accept this person that's approaching. I imagine Yondas goes with you as well. Flint is also going to, kind of get the hammer at the ready and follow over with you guys. But he's hanging back. He's not going to be an active part of the conversation unless you need him to be, right? So, as you guys approach, you see that the man that's getting off is, he himself is a human. He's a bit older in age, taller guy, dressed well, strong-jawed, and a bit of a serious look to his face. He, as he arrives, he approaches, he looks about the group of you, and clearly, like, the army around you kind of opens up into, like, a pocket, making it pretty obvious who the leader here is. Looking at the group of you, he says, I suppose I should assume that you lots are the leadership here.
He's only looking at Rena and Yondas because Ophios is peeing.
Yeah. And who's asking?
My name is Lander de Bellum.
Well, Lander, what brings you here?
I believe we have the misfortune of there being a case of mistaken identity. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you yourself are not Paradel, and this is no Paradel army.
She'd glance over to Yondas. Just because she wasn't present for that conversation that you guys had.
Oh, yeah. Did we not mention that?
They did, not to me.
Shit. Oh, oops. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't Paradel as far as I could tell. But I'm not sure what they are.
No, they're talking
talking about us.
Being Paradel.
Oh, not the other guys?
'Cause I didn't know what you guys had said to the opposite
In
army.
the opposite
Because
army.
I wasn't there.
Okay, now I'm lost.
She doesn't
you-
know what Ophios said to them about would it even matter if we were Paradel or not Paradel or this or that.
Because I'm pretty sure Ophios
This
told
person
them.
is coming over saying this seems to be a mistaken identity. You guys are not Paradel's military.
Tie guys, got it?
Got it, Messi?
Uh-huh.
He's Floridian. Give him a minute.
I think
Yeah, I
he's
didn't
just
get taught
tired
this
like
in
me.
gen ed.
You guys learn about genetics?
If Yandis doesn't respond, she'll
Yeah,
just
you
say,
answer. I don't know why I would take
it's-
that one.
it's fine. We are not Paradel. I take it you're from the opposing army.
You talking about the army that's across the way?
Yeah.
He looks across the way and says, yes and no. I wasn't with them with whatever clash just transpired, but I am arriving now.
You're their leadership?
Yes. I work underneath, what's his name? Icarus. Icarus Fetterburst.
Sick name.
And what brings your people here?
I imagine that we're both here for the same reasons, to liberate, to liberate,
Yovance?
to liberate the peoples of Yovance. But you have a different tactic than I, and I don't know who you are.
I'm Rena.
Rena.
That's all she says.
He says, Rena.
Just Rena.
Rena the?
Just Rena, then. He says, well, I've fought with Paradal armies many times in the past, and I'm familiar with how it is that they move. You're not doing that. You're moving differently than how it is that they do. That's how I noticed you from across the way. I wasn't there for the clash. Honestly, I didn't even know there was a clash until I got close enough that I was able to see that you have enough injured in that area over there that it obviously happened. I'm assuming you fought the army down there, who are also freedom fighters. I believe we can work together some degree of understanding, truce, perhaps a meeting of the leadership.
If they
Try
are willing.
that. You hear Ophios yell.
Now he's present.
I imagine we would have liked to do this long before any of the fighting began, but yes, willing to speak.
Unfortunately, you and your army chose to disguise yourselves as the enemy. And so they mistook you for who you were. And diplomacy is certainly a feature that we hold dear to us. But when dealing with the Perrin, it's not usually our go-to.
We knew the risks coming through this area the way that we are. We'll take responsibility for that.
He dismounts from the horse and kind of place a hand over his heart and give a slight bow and say, I appreciate both your words and the fact that they seem to be ringing true. A misunderstanding that can be put behind us. He walks forward and extends his hand saying, and formally, again, my name is Lander de Bellum.
She takes his hand. Well met.
Likewise, what part do you have in this? What army do you, what is this group that you're with? You are not Perrin, yet you're going to face them?
Well, we have other business there in Paradel.
Rena is Perrin.
He
Perrin
means
is in,
Perrin is in Paradel, like
Yeah.
army.
not Perrin is in the race, yep.
Yeah. We have other business in Paradel. Unfortunately, I cannot share the details. I just know that we are not against Yovance or the peoples of Yovance.
Very well. We unfortunately are against much of Yovance, but not its people. But if we have if we are not enemies, we need not fight, and maybe if we have mutual enemies, we can be an ally. Do you care to discuss tactics and whatnot of how it is you intend to attack Paradel? And do not answer that question now. I'm sure you'll have to discuss amongst yourselves. I'll go and see if I can coordinate a approach with. And he looks across, and you already see like a small group of people on horses coming forward from the other group. And he says, perhaps diplomacy has already found its way into Icarus's heart. If you'll excuse me, I'll go see if I can meet with them first. Give you a moment to confer.
She nods to him.
He will go and hop onto his horse and go to leave to meet up with those. But because like that, how long it'll take for him to leave amongst the midst of your people, you can't just like yeah, like right out. People are in the way, right? It's not Assassin's Creed where everybody just jumps out of the way and drops their plates and somebody screams assassin. So he will make his way over to them, more or less right in front of your army to speak with them. Give you guys just moments to speak before you go join. I'll throw it to you lot.
He could prove useful against some of Paradel's army, at least in handling the numbers.
Could prove useful in not trying to kidnap me.
It was an honest misunderstanding. We're just like Paradel, Ophios.
I am not dressed like Paradel.
You were with us. Regardless, we don't have to fill him in on everything. Just
Maybe if they learned to listen to the words that were coming out of my mouth, this clash wouldn't have happened. They're idiots.
he seems satisfied enough to know that we're against Paradel, and that could aid us, at least in distracting more of their forces. I think it may be worth using or utilizing.
I don't disagree. I'm just upset. And it's all Flint's fault.
She ignores what you say and looks to Yondis.
I don't know much about what's going on though.
They would have filled you in on like the plan after your fight and like during our travel here. So your basic understanding of it is that we are leading forces into the prince's like domain. Is that right, Scott?
You're gonna be yeah. Princess of Paradel, yeah.
And using them like as cover to work our way towards the prince himself, or whatever Kringle we're targeting.
The more soldiers we could throw into the mix, the more the better.
Like I said, he doesn't have to know everything, and he seems like he'd be satisfied with just knowing we're against Paradel.
Yeah, well, looks can be deceiving. Careful.
If we pose it to him as a potential area of weakness for the Paradel, could convince him to help in the area.
If you guys were to meet up with them before them having to come all the way back over to you, which the other leadership won't want to do, if you don't want to keep them waiting or whatever, you're probably going to want to head that way now.
Well, I guess we should get going.
Okay. Do we have horses? No, we don't. We just walked here. Okay. We'll just walk over that way.
Too many soldiers for horses.
Well, you know, when you're the leader, you get to sit on the horse and make everybody else around you walk.
I'll never know what that's like.
So you guys make your way over to the area. And when you see the group of leadership that's out there, the person that comes walking up to you first is Cadus.
Who?
Fuck. I had a feeling that was who it was, but I didn't think about it. Oh god.
Who's
okay.
Cadus.
You seem like you don't want to meet him.
Yondis does not know Cadus.
Right. Oh god. Oh, all right. Fine. Cadus comes out first from the group, like to meet us, or he's
When he
just there
says
amongst
that,
them.
Ophius would react and say, "You freaking idiot, Flint."
He's like, what?
I will go to meet him then, if that's what's happening.
Yep, he'll meet you ahead of the others and walk up and say, Rena, Ophios.
I went alone.
Oh, sorry, Rena.
What?
Yeah.
I'll never know.
Cadus, did you just join moments ago? Like she's referencing like him having ridden over.
Scouts had said that they saw a battle happening ahead. So I rode to see what it was, see if it was something that we should get ourselves entangled in, and was pleasantly surprised by who it was I discovered. When they described who was commanding on this side, I knew who it must have been. Though I must say, he says looking over your shoulder, I am a little displeased with the colors you are choosing to have your soldiers wear. I imagine this doesn't mean you've had a change of heart.
You know me well enough.
Displeased it is. What are you doing?
Well, this is another tactic that we're trying. But we've been given resources to,
Seems like the
Find
easiest
more-
way to get back into Peridot. Ophius would interrupt.
Oh, you came walking up?
Ophius was with you?
No, she went alone.
Well, never mind.
To hunt down more of the lopers.
Ah, are there some in the area?
Well, we're on our way to them.
Truth be told, I'm intrigued, but I don't have the ability to branch off and do that. I'm leading the Vigilites here.
For what purpose, if I can ask?
Did we not discuss this in the past? I've had so many meetings recently, it makes things difficult to put together. My head is still a bit of a swirl.
Yeah, a lot has happened since then.
He'll nod and say, after meeting with, after things finished transpiring and the union that I had with... You were there. Yes. He says, he doesn't say that part. He says, after the union I had with Octavia, I made it so that... after the meeting I had with Laszlo and Oscar and the union with Octavia, I came to the conclusion that assisting the folk of Jovance was the best option for me. For us. Perhaps we could find a new home for the Vigilites outside of Vigil. That place kept us safe. It guarded us from the outside world. But it also guarded us from the outside world. We didn't get to imprison us from the outside world. We didn't get to see much. We didn't get to experience much.
Well, I wish you the best in your endeavors then.
I came to join my army with, strangely enough, those that you're fighting on the opposite side. Again, as soon as he described who the commander was over here, I knew immediately that the army must stop. That you must speak. Then that gentleman Lander approached.
He did. Offered to work together, though. I don't think it's for the best.
I agree. Your tasks bring you east of here. I certainly hope that doesn't mean that you are going to be doing anything foolish.
Most of what I do is foolish.
I'm aware.
And she smiles.
He says, I'm aware, looking away. Well,
Yikes.
I suppose you should meet with His name Icarus.
Unless you can relay what we've spoken about. I suppose I should.
I think it should come from you. You did kill a few of his men and harm those that are close to him, as well as him himself. Let's bury this hatchet and move on. We don't need negative emotions getting in the way if we meet again on battlefields in the future.
Agreed.
He looks beyond your shoulder again and says, "No Ophios or Elijah?"
Wouldn't you recognize Ophios, or is he wearing a different guise right now?
No,
Can't
he's
remember.
with you.
He's
You
not with
walked
you.
alone.
Yeah, you went away.
Oh, Ophios is here.
Is he not invited to the meeting?
Well, I saw it was you and decided to come alone.
He nods and says, somewhat out of place for him. At one point in time, that may have excited me. And then he turns and he walks away.
Like, I don't know, just wait a that. All right, go ahead.
Oh, remember, he's not himself anymore. He's actually a union of two people.
Yeah, no.
So,
The way you said that was a little weird, champ.
Oh, you meant that. Shut up. Oh, God.
It was a little weird, champ.
Was a little weird.
Just saying.
Jam.
I don't even know what weird champ means.
How are you on Twitch?
Yeah, for real.
Because I don't watch a lot of Twitch. I watch some Twitch. I watch my friends. Like,
That's like weird champ's so. Anyway,
well, what does weird champ look like? Where is it?
let me see. You don't have it
See?
enabled BBTV.
Exactly. There's PogChamp.
Yeah.
Weird champ is not a Twitch thing.
Yeah, you have to turn on BBTV.
So not Twitch.
Yeah, I don't
Hold
use
on.
TV, so.
So not
Hold on.
Twitch.
You know, as long as you have it enabled on your channel, other people can do it though. So, and it is Twitch, by the way.
I don't know. It sounds like BBTV or whatever you just said.
Yeah,
All right. Anyways, continue on.
such a boomer doesn't even know what BBTV is.
So anyways,
Or
you
BTTV. Wow, sorry.
I mean, I
Wrong
didn't for a
abbreviation.
long
I mean, I know
time.
what BTTTV is because BTTTTV. So you guys make your way. So Rena, do you call to your others or no?
No.
Okay. So you go and meet with the others by yourself. As you go walking up, this meeting is actually specifically between Lander, Cadus, this man Icarus, who you saw fighting beforehand, who you tried to have your meeting with. Oh, they tried to have the meeting with beforehand. Yourself, obviously. And then you also see on the other side, standing kind of nearby, but certainly licking wounds, there is the Goliath. And the person that kind of stepped forward beforehand, wearing the lighter robes, has singe marks. That looks very like it has an openly like frowning face, like a pouting child, at the moment. Anyways, you come forward alone. Do you want to speak first, or do you allow one of them to speak first?
I'll let one of them speak first.
It's actually Icarus who speaks first and says, "Your approaching by yourself makes me feel, say, out of place. I can send the others away if need be."
It's your preference.
He nods and looks back over his shoulder. In doing so, he calls out, "Odvar, Ulo, go rest. I'm sure you need to lick those wounds a bit more." And he says, and turns back to you. "I was well fought. To say I didn't expect your companions to be as capable as they were. It makes sense when Cadus approached and informed me who you are, why it was things transpired as they did. I underestimated you. Hopefully I don't ever have to again."
Likewise. It was well fought. She'll look to the others, and then back to him.
Am I here this time, or is it just Rena again?
She specifically said just
Went
Rena again.
alone.
Yep.
All right.
She drinks alone, all by herself. She drinks alone with nobody else. As she sits there with a glass of something in an empty room.
Water.
Rena,
Sadness.
I'm here with you, Rena. This is totally cream soda. Definitely cream soda right there.
Oh, it's because I ran out. I'll have to get more.
That's why I keep bottles of cream soda nearby. Age 17 years. Single malt cream soda.
17.
Anyways, so yeah, you when you say it was well fought, he says, no, we got handed to us. I outnumbered you, and you had to re-strategize. That's the only reason why things went as they did. If your army was the same size as mine, I would have been outmaneuvered. Rena the Destroyer, he says, as you kind of like finishing that up, and Lander now kind of like looks over at you and goes, I knew the name of Rena sounded familiar.
She just sigh and look back to him. Just waiting for what he's going to say next.
Do you own up to it?
Yes, that is who I am.
Then your enemies and my enemies are one and the same, or at least to some regard. You are marching east with a group of insurgents, I imagine, then.
I am. Yours and my armies have no quarrel with each other.
He nods, says, what a waste of blood, effort. I lost a few good skilled warriors back there. Do you mind my asking what it is that you're doing?
I can't share much on that. Just know that our enemy is the same. We just approached through this direction. As I told Lander before, it was a mistake.
I'll be honest with you. Both of us face nearly impossible odds. Granted, I'm going against a much more fractured nation than you are. But we both have similar ideals. Perhaps united we can have greater victory in the end. Is this something that you'd be interested in doing? Or are you heading far east?
We're headed much further into Paradel than I'm sure you'd be expecting to do.
Alas, my interest is on the border, and even still, not this border. The border I'm interested in is to the north of here, but still along the eastern front. Damn it. I won't lie, I was looking forward to the opportunity. Your reputation strikes fear into the hearts of certain Paradel soldiers, especially after a few victories in the area. That would certainly be a name that we could use. I hope you don't mind my speaking so plainly. Well, if that's that, if you're heading east and we can't aid each other any further, then I suppose our meeting is unfortunately coming to an end. Unless there's anything that you would require of me.
I suppose if you had knowledge to share of the border, that would prove of great use.
In fact, I do. I have a good mapping of the border. He actually turns to Lander and says, I happen to be close allies with someone who owns these lands for a considerable amount of time. How many generations? And Lander doesn't answer and says, would you like a copy of the maps or just simply take a look at them? A copy will take time.
I suppose we could use the time to recuperate. So a copy would be fine.
I'll see to it that the cartographers are working on that. I have some skill amongst the people that are with us, especially the ones that are joining from the west. Hopefully we can put together something that's usable for you. And, what's his name? Icarus says, it's settled. We'll give you some maps and be on our way. Hopefully one day in the future we can work together.
She'll just nod to him. I appreciate your help.
Likewise. And one more thing before I go. I didn't officially apologize. My deepest apologies for the misunderstanding. Though, I do have to say, you did strike first.
She'll glance back at Flint and then look back to
It's
him.
like a mile away.
Yeah, I know. She's just glancing backwards, just
Is
thinking
she
about
looking
it.
at me? I don't know.
She looks back and will say, my apologies as well.
It sounded like you just vomited.
Grabbing a bag of jelly beans. They're just really heavy.
The way that you went as you bent down and the shook up the bag, it sounded like vomit, like splashing.
It did.
2 pounds,
It
7
certainly
ounces.
Right? Okay. I was genuinely concerned for a second. Okay. Wow.
When I drop it on my desk, it shakes it.
Anyways, so he will then turn with the others and go to leave. Lander will also leave, and Cadus will say, unfortunately, I need to retire for the moment. I need to go and collect the rest of the people that travel with me. Let's just say it's not been an easy road. I'll
Understandable.
we should be joining sometime midday tomorrow. If you're still about midday, we'll be able to join. And he kind of like will turn and say his goodbyes and leave. Josh, do you have Disney Plus or access to Disney Plus or no? Rena, I imagine at this point you'll go back to your own group.
Yeah, should turn to work back.
Sure. And you kind of like fill in your allies or whatever. Josh, check out the show Bluey. 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 It is so good. You go and turn back to your allies.
I head back. Yeah, so I'm walking towards you guys.
Okay.
You just see them walking back. I don't know if you say something first or if you're waiting for me to say something.
I'll wait for you.
Well, she's definitely looking at you now, Flint.
Ah. I'll cover the conversation that happened moments ago. That happened while you were gone. After our break. Oh, you already watch it? Oh, it's so good. You don't watch it, Josh? It's so good. Like, it's so good.
What are you watching?
The kids show. Anyways, so Rena,
Ophio saw that it was Cadus, right?
yeah, he would have during that meeting.
No, I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, that's right. He didn't see anything. He never saw.
Oh,
anything.
you didn't see that it was him?
He said nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Okay. All right.
He was crying.
She comes back to you guys and will say, we won't be working with them, as I had previously thought. We continue with the plan.
No real loss there.
Man, sleep really makes you need to pee.
Why do you keep saying that? I'm so confused. Why do you keep peeing?
That's Ophios today. He's just peeing, man.
Listen,
He's sleeping and peeing, peeing and sleeping.
You know why, Messi? It's because
No, I
Ophios
don't.
really has to piss.
Yeah, but he's done it like 8 times. How many more times do he has to do it?
Well, that's all snakes do.
How do snakes' bladder work? I don't understand.
Me either, but that's what he's doing. He's peeing.
Actually, I have no idea what snake poop looks like.
It looks
Stringy.
very similar to bird poop.
Oh, okay. So they just kind of like pee and poop at the same time, just kind of like all at once.
It kind of turns white and it has like chunks in it. I had 2 pet snakes growing up, so.
I used to have a pet iguana, but it was so many years ago. Granted, we had Liz for a long time, but she died. I want to say I was 17 when she died. She was in her cage, and it was a really big cage, but she jumped from one level to the other and broke her tail, so you had to have it amputated, and so it grew back, but it was like maybe half the size it was beforehand. And I know it sounds weird because I'm talking about a lizard, but I swear she died of depression. After she lost her tail, she just wasn't the same. She was like always sad. She like
Could have
never
been
wanted
another
to.
injury she had.
It could have been. Either way, she was just really sad because she died like maybe a year later after she lost her tail.
You could have been like
Maybe I
all
should
the
not have
other
said that.
Florida peoples and bring them to Florida and then release them in the wild. Totally.
Don't do that unless it's an iguana, because
It
we
was-
already have enough of them that it won't matter.
It was an iguana, but I would not do
Yeah,
that.
we're already flooded with. Did you know iguanas are on the kill list? In Florida, if you see an iguana, you're supposed to shoot it.
Yeah, so are snakes, dude. Boas. Pythons. Damn.
Flint, you wanted to talk to us? Or about Ophios?
Not to you. He spoke to Ophios in the. I'll cover that when we come back from the break.
Oh, that's
he
right.
said to Ophios while you were gone. So
All right.
is
Well,
it-
she also tells you that they're offering to give us a map of the border, information that they know, which is useful. So yeah, let's head back. We'll recuperate, and once
Oh.
they're done with the map, we'll dip.
She's talking to Yondis, and Yondis is just kind of like blank face staring at her. She's talking to Ophios. And Ophios is
Lionfish.
like, I want to pee again.
Lionfish also. You're supposed to kill them if you see them.
Cool. All right. So with that, I guess we're gonna take a break and
Yeah.
Flint will
Rita's
come
like,
back
guys-
and talk to Ophios.
Rita's like, guys, I want to have some good RP. No? Just pee? Okay, let's do that. Be back
Got
in a
it.
few minutes. No problem.